you can negotiate with the membership fees. What will you do? Then there's different strategies. Some of the club membership fees, they are fixed. You cannot negotiate. Some of the club, that they can negotiate with them. And there's pros and cons. Some of the customer, okay, so let's put in the management field, the management perspective. When I know as a salesperson, I can let the customer negotiate with the price, I wouldn't go for the lower price. I'll just stay with the higher one, and maybe that customer is willing to take it. And I sell you for this membership to come to this class for $10,000, okay? And Xinxin is very good at negotiating. And then he tried to make a deal, and then he said, oh, if you don't accept me, I'm going to go, and then I will introduce my friend. Okay, I give you like $8,000. But you are classmates, you talk to each other, and you realize you can get a cheaper price when you come back and complain. Yeah, or you might ask for a refund. Or you tell another friend, sincerely, and then she is like, okay, I'm going to try to see if I can get 6,000. And then she gets 6,000, and both of you will be upset. And then they will have a lot of conflicts, you know. So that is not good for a company, actually. Otherwise, on average, you know, from 10,000 to 6,000, actually the average fee will be 8,000. So most of the people will get 8,000. Maybe some special people like CC, who is, you know, have bring a lot of people there, they give you a special discount, but it's going to break the membership fee, which might not be good for the company. Okay? The next one, if you go, you'll try to negotiate, and you never know if that's the lowest price. You might just walk away because you don't know. So I can tell you, like one of the gym in Taiwan, it's actually a U.S. brand. World Gym is doing like that. World Gym doesn't have they do have a fixed membership fee, but they also know this, you know, membership fee is negotiable. So some get a higher price, some get a lower price. And now a lot of customers, they know that because, you know, word of mouth, especially now with this, you know, social media, there's nothing you can hide. So eventually it's not good for the company, they need to fix it. Otherwise everyone just go for the lower price. And then whoever paid for this $10,000, they'll be so upset and they might complain, and they might change to another club. Remember, they are not the only gym in the market, right? They are not the only club. Another club, they don't do that. They make it very clear, this is what we have, this is a fixed rate. Either you go for a 1 year membership fees, or you go for 2 years, you go for 3 years. They don't, and some, I think the gym membership, they go for 5 years maximum. They don't go longer. If you go longer, sometimes the customer might not feel comfortable because they don't know if you are going to run it for a long time. And we see some gym, we see some club, they are still in the market, but the problem is they change their location. So maybe sometimes I choose a club because that's in my neighborhood. I want to go there, have a drink, you know, something like that. But if they change the location to somewhere not so convenient for me, I lose the motivation to join the club. So changing the location of the club, it doesn't happen too much, but it also happens. And that would not be good for the marketing staff. Okay. We also see some kind of like club type of thing. Have you stayed in a hotel and they always have 1 floor or 2 floors only open for the business travelers? And they have a special term for that. It's not really a club, but in a way it's a club. Only the members who is qualified for that status can use the 2 floors. The price of the hotel room is a little bit expensive, but they come with, like, you can have a free drink, free beer, whatever, and they also have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner over there. Everything included in a hotel package. So some of the hotel, of course, the luxury one, the 5-star hotels, they will provide this kind of hotel room / membership for a particular type of a group. Oftentimes you cannot really buy the members. You need to stay enough nights with the hotel, and they will give you the membership. But those kind of marketing, we as a manager, we can change it. Okay? Before, I mentioned that before. The airline lounge. Before you can only get the lounge membership by flying enough with a certain airline company. But they realized that's not good enough. So they opened an offer saying that if you are willing to pay such and such price, you can also have the membership. So other than the frequent flyer, they can also take the cash and then you will join the members. Now they have other option. If you fly enough, if you don't want to pay cash from your package, you can use your flight mileage to exchange for the membership. So now they have different kind of payment. Either you pay or you use your mileage, or you can just, because you are the loyal customer from them, you will get a membership. Okay? So those are the different kind of membership we talk about in a club. Before wholesale class, we have the analyze with the SWOT and analyze, right? Today, another focus that we are going to have is the 4 Ps. You need to apply the 4 Ps and use it for membership. How to increase the number of members. Do you know what is 4 Ps in marketing? What are those? Place, price, place, price, people, promotions. Okay. So remember that 4 Ps in marketing. Okay, very good. Remember those, because if you are going to be in the marketing department, that is not just a theory. It's also really practical. So when we are trying to promote, when we try to use the marketing strategy, you cannot ignore the price. Pricing is very important. That's why 1 year membership, the price you pay will be different from 3 years. I remember one time in that dating club, they were calculating like 1 year with 3 years, and I was telling them that the difference is not big enough. So people would not go for a longer time for the membership. And I remember the gym one, if you charge for the longer term, it's not even cheaper. So later they also change it. So you need to think about when we change the price, it's not just the price. You try to attract people and they want to pay for the membership for a longer period of time. Okay? So not just like $199, $299, those kind of 99 numbers. We also want to promote for longer and give a small amount of discount will still make a difference. What you try to do is attract people to stay with your service a little bit longer. Okay? So price is important. Promotion, of course, is important. You need to have some promotion going on, but you cannot have that promotion every day. If you have promotion every day, we don't consider that as promotion days. Okay? For those local students, we have some. Sometimes you see something happening in the store. They always say 跳楼大拍卖, right? By Chinese, it means that the price is so low, even the owner wants to jump from the floor to kill themselves because they cannot make any profits. But they have this kind of promotion every day. It gets to an end that you wouldn't believe the owner anymore. You're like, that's just a spam, You say it's a promotion, but the price is not really good, and you have promotion every day, and you're saying that it's so low that you are going to kill yourself, but it doesn't happen. So that is not a good promotion strategy. If you are going to have a promotion strategy, you should have sometimes, like Costco did a good job, for example. Even they have this membership. But they only have 2 kinds of membership if you see the differences, 2 categories. One is for the individual/family. The other membership is for the business. The membership fees they pay is different. And they even give you different card. For the business one, they give you a black card. Somehow black in the card business being identified as elite member. So all the black card, black card is for sure black. So when you have a black card, they feel that it's an elite membership, and they think that you are having a certain kind of social status. So the same thing applies in Costco. their business card, membership card is black, and the regular one is white. Only two categories. The price you pay is different. The discount you get in the store is different. It's the same in the store, different online. Okay, so if you are the business member, you order it online, they can ship to your place, and that's a special discount. They also send you a brochure every 3 months or 4 months. So by sending you the brochure, you open this and attract you to go, right? But they are very tricky. They wouldn't tell you after the discount how much is that. They only tell you, okay, this mouse is $100 discount. But they didn't tell me this mouse would be $1,000. Okay? So if I see after discount with $1,000, maybe I wouldn't go. But if I already see, wow, there is $100 coupon there, I'll go there and just shop around. So I think most of you, when you go to Costco, you end up to buy more stuff than you need or you plan to. Okay? You say, oh, this is one is on discount, I have this voucher, I have this coupon, I'm going to buy all that. Okay? So what Costco try to do is they sell you the membership, but they also use this promotion or coupon idea to attract you to go there. Of course, they combine with different strategy. They give you like a free sample to try so you can buy more. And then they go to a lot of events like farmers market, if there is some show, there's some festival, Costco would always have a stand over there, try to sell their membership. Okay? They wouldn't be like very laid back, say, okay, I'm a famous brand. Let me just sit there and then see how many people are going to join us. I think Costco is one of the case. The more members who go to Costco, it wouldn't affect them much. Because they have the same facility, same room, same display, everything. But if it's a gym, it's a club with some facility and equipment over there, they need to limit the number. Otherwise, everyone is trying to fight for the running machine, and then because it's so packed, so full, then it's not good for the business either. But Costco also needs to somehow care about the numbers of the members. So if they have too many, for example, in Taiwan, maybe we have 10 Costco's here. In Kaohsiung, we have 2. If they realize the numbers of the members is maybe more than 5,000, they will be thinking to open a third one. So they wouldn't have everyone go to the same store. So Taiwan is a very, very small island, but they have so many Costco already. Okay, because people like to go there, and they are very successful selling their membership because they are everywhere trying to sell the membership. And because you know Costco, and they will make it very easier, like, okay, it's only for 1 year, I don't know how much they charge, 1,500 or 2,000. But they are very careful too, like when you apply for the membership. I don't know if you try to borrow your friend's Costco member. Have you tried? It usually doesn't work much. I don't know how they identify, but they usually can see, okay, this is not you. They always can do that. But even if it's a black and white, most of the time they are, I would say 80% they will cut that you are not the person. So they really make sure that only you can use a member, not others. But I can bring all of you to go to Costco, but I need to be there. So they want to make sure that when I bring you to Costco, you feel, okay, this is a good club that I want to go. Maybe you will also join a member. Okay? So everything they do, they have a plan, but they just want to get a membership being sold to the customer. Okay? So they are also very careful with the payment. You know, like when you buy things in Costco, you probably can only pay by cash or the credit card that they let you use. Okay, so remember this 4 P's, and we are going to use it for our exercise as well. Okay, and we have different steps of membership marketing plan. All we try to do is we want to increase more members over there. Another thing important is the database. So every members will be in the database. So maybe Xinxin joined this club, and then after 1 year she doesn't want that anymore. So she might stop it, but her information is in my database. Maybe after a few months that she stopped her membership, I'll send her an email saying that, hey, if you come back, we'll give you 20% off. Would you mind try it again? Okay? So we don't let any customer leave the club if it's possible. Because we need to spend a lot of money using the marketing, using the promotion just to attract Xin finally come to try the club. But after 1 year, she doesn't want to try. There must be something happen. So she doesn't want to try. Either the poor service, or she finds something cheaper, or she just changed her location, you know. And then if I offer it again with a special discount, maybe she will change her mind. Or I should talk to her and know what's the reason she changed, maybe she changed her mind, not renew the membership. Okay? So every customer, since we try so hard to get one to the member, to the club, we want to retain the members as well. Don't give up your customers so easy. So when we try to do the promotion, they have something that we need to know. Resources. What kind of resources we have? Why Costco can go to all the festival, the events, you know, they always rent a booth over there, try to sell their membership. Sometimes they will hire someone standing on the street to say Costco membership, so come and join us. You don't see other club doing that. The other club doing that might be the gym members, okay? And they will just have a big flyer posted on their building and try to tell you this is the club that you can join. For a lot of luxury ones, they don't go that way. Their resources can be like word of mouth or by invitation, okay? Like I can invite my friend or you guys to go to certain club, and then you see that and you like it, you can become a members of for sure. Okay, so those are the resources. You need to check what is available for your promotion. And then you need to know what's special about your club. What makes you different? There are so many clubs, you know, in the market. Okay, in Taiwan we don't have so many. We do not have a variety of clubs. So we have enough club as well. We have golfing club, we have checkers club, we have, you know, a lot of different kind of club. Now I even see there's some, they call themselves restaurant club. Now you go to a restaurant, you don't really pay cash, or you don't really pay by your credit card. You buy the membership from them, and you deposit some cash, you deposit some money with your membership, and you can deduct your expenses, your purchase, you know, from the membership card. So we have different style of membership. We have different style of club right now. And you need to know what makes your club different than others. And then of course, different type of membership we already talked about. And then you need to think about your product life cycle stage that your club belongs to. Every product, remember in marketing, not every club, every product have the life cycle. Can anyone explain to me what is a product life cycle? Product life cycle. Usually, most of the product life cycle is like this. When they started, maybe you can go along a little bit. Okay? At the very beginning, nobody knows about this product. So this is the most difficult part at the beginning. To get people's attention, knowing that you have a product and service there. So this one might last a little bit longer because nobody knows. So it will be flat, relatively flat. When people know your products, then they will start to buy from you, so the sales increase. So that's the increasing part of the product life cycle. And then get to one point, you might be flat again. Like you have really difficulties to maintain your market. Whoever needs to join the club, they are already there. And it's really hard to create more room for the sales. So gradually it's going to come down. As a good marketing manager, your job is to create another circle. When you see that, maybe you are going to extend it. Or even when you see it's coming down, you need to have a promotion strategy to make it up. Okay? We try to keep the product from dying from the market. Okay? So how do we make it? Maybe we need to add some more elements. Maybe we need to add some promotions. Maybe we need to even change the product a little bit. As I explained, when we are like, the lunch in the airport was not there at the very, very beginning. When people travel, they just go to the airport and they just wait and then they take the flights. That's it. But because now we have more and more long distance flight, waiting in the airport for the long layover is a torture. So someone smart thinking about this club in the airport. So they create a club over there and they start to collect membership. Remember I said at the very beginning, you can only pay to join the members. Okay? You need to pay a lot of money to join the lunch club over there. Gradually they realize most people, whoever is able to pay cash for their lifetime, most are the business travelers and they travel a lot. And maybe it's already get to here. Then I collect most of them. And now they have more and more airline lunch club over there. So the same amount of people, maybe they have different membership. Okay? So now I need to think about something different. Other than paying for the cash, maybe someone can exchange with the mileage. It's already, collected from their program. When I exchange it, I can create another increase for my club. Okay? So I try to do more. And then if you are a club, you will also want to do the same thing in the airport. But you look around, you say, okay, China Airline has its lunch, Japan Airline, Malaysia Airline, most of the airline has its lunch. How should I create another membership over there? So some of the clubs, they came out with this idea. They would create a club in the airport, and then whatever airline you are flying with, you can go to that club. So if I fly with China Airline, I don't have to go to my China Airline club. I can go to this club who accept all the members, who accept all the flights. Okay? And then in this case, again, they create another product life cycle, a brand new idea. You don't have to identify yourself with the airline you are flying with. You can just go there. Okay? So that also become popular. And we also see some other kind of clubs. They work with a credit card. You need to be the credit card holder in order to join the club. So they can work closely with the bank. Well, one of the examples would be American Express. AE card, okay? So AE card is a card like really hard to apply. They also charge membership fees, okay? And now a lot of credit cards, they don't charge you any fees, but American Express card, they still charge you. I think they charge you $8,000 membership fees to start with. But they also work with a club. There's some club in the airport, in some of the business, you need to show them the AE card, and then let you join. Because they know when you apply for the AE card, they give you a credit card, they already go through your income, your finance situation, and all that. They do a background check, and they give you an AE card. When you show your AE card, you can join their club. Okay? So some of the clubs, they can work together, and then they can all grow their members together. So some clubs, they'll just send you invitation because they know you hold the AE card. Okay, so we try to do this one. And club policy, different club has its own policy. It varies from case to case. So when you are running the club, you need to know what kind of policy you are going to set for the customer. Just be cautious about a lot of people when they pay for the club, they want you to keep that not open to everyone. So if I have the club, you can, for example, Costco, why they are so picky with whoever comes to the club. Even they charge not much, $1,000. But they want to make sure if you are not willing to pay this $1,000, I'm not going to let you in. Okay? So if you are going to come and see the club, you need to be part of the member. I think that's a policy that most of the clubs need to maintain. Otherwise, if I am not a member and I still can go there, I wouldn't want to join at all. I'll just say I can be a one-time user. I just want to see what's going on with the club, and I wouldn't feel that I'm obligated to join the membership. Okay? So club policy is important. It all depends how you set it up, though. And then there are sometimes, you know, the club membership, you will face a decline. And it's hard to avoid. One of the cases will be the economy downturns. Will you consider the current moment of economy downturns? Yes or no? How about back home? Is Indonesia or Vietnam or Hong Kong are facing the economy downturn? Okay, I think because of COVID. Okay, COVID has been creating, you know, some issues, especially for certain industry. The answer is kind of like it's hard to answer this one because it depends on the industry. Even this might be an economy downturn in general. You can see some industry has been growing, like those technology companies, right? Like even Foodpanda. Before they don't run the business so well, but now everyone is okay with Foodpanda, Uber Eats, and some other delivery service. And then chips, you know, like those companies who produce the chips, they are still producing a lot of chips. And now the car industry has been slowing down. The electronic device factory is slowing down because they cannot buy the chips. They have some they have some parts because of the shipping, because of the cargo issues. It has been slowing down. The cargo business is increasing its profit as well. Okay, so you know this kind of thing. And then even we are all in Asia, and then you probably think this, you know, war between Ukraine and also Russia is so far away from you. But I would still encourage you to watch the news and follow what is going on, because it's going to affect us in the economy way, or even like how like they have a lot of Ukrainian people already moved to Europe, you know. So it's going to change a lot of things. Okay, and now you are living in this generation and you see this happen. I think it's going to even affect you in 10 years, 20 years. Because nobody really expects that there's a war like this happening in 2022. Okay? And then how it's going to affect the economy, we are still seeing that. Because Russia, actually, they do have a lot of oil, they do have a lot of resources, you know. And then how it's nothing to do with the political. It has a lot of things to do with the political issue. Like I said, even in the business field, you need to know what is going on over there. Okay? And yet it can still be a trade war between China and the US, and just part of now they're involved with European. Okay? So economy downturns, that's going to affect big ones. During the COVID, there's a lot of clubs closed, temporary closed. It's not because they don't want to run a business. They cannot run a business. People cannot go there. They cannot do a gathering. I see during the COVID, a lot of clubs, they need to do this kind of policy. Either they encourage the customer to stop the member. You don't have to cancel your membership. They don't refund you the membership either. But they will say, this 2 years, you cannot come and use it. I will extend your membership for another 2 years. Okay? So the customer wouldn't feel bad. And they even make it clear because it is caused by COVID, it's a natural thing that is not caused by the company. You cannot ask for a refund. You cannot ask to cancel the membership. Okay? And then some of the clubs we see, they still charge you a very minimum maintenance fee. You probably still need to pay 1,000 Taiwanese dollars, for example, to keep your membership. But you don't have to pay more. Maybe usually you need to pay your monthly fee for 10,000, but they don't charge you because they realize you don't come and use it. Okay? So we do see a lot of clubs. They are not, you know, they didn't shut down their whole business, but they do somehow close it and freeze the membership for 1 year, 2 years. Some in Taiwan, we freeze it for 6 months. Okay, so it all depends on the situation of COVID. Right. hopefully it's going to be done soon. We don't know. But you never know. I heard Hong Kong is bad, right? Hong Kong right now is bad. Well, let's see, maybe we need to have the fourth vaccine.
Oh my God.
You never know. Okay, and you know in Taiwan we have some university, not closed, but they cancel all the classes because they have more than 3 cases. So if in our campus we have more than 3 cases, we also need to go online. I think in Taiwan we have 2 or 3 universities already do that. Okay, so those are the unexpected ones. And then club, every day you have people come in and go, so that will be another thing. And then now the club, we were having this decline because of more competitors. Of course, when you have more club running a very similar business, the members will decline. That's a natural thing. So how would you increase the member knowing all the decline? That will be a challenge. For example, the economy downturns. When it happens, how do you increase your members? Well, if you over discount, people will be upset. They're like, I paid way more before. Why you are cutting the price? Okay, so they wouldn't be happy about this. And overbuilding is another thing. You have more clubs than you should have. When you have too many, then of course you cannot collect enough customers. Agent membership. Whoever pay for the membership, they are all getting old. When they get old, maybe they wouldn't use the service anymore. What would you do? Okay? And then of course, we also see the differences between customers. Okay? The very original people who joined the club would be 100 years ago, the first one in the European country. They are riding the horse, they join this club, or the royal family, they go to the club. But now, you can have some cheap club like a gym, all the Generation X, they can use it. But maybe in the future, you have this game club, that you don't have to have a physical club. You need to have the gym, the club membership to play certain kind of game. And maybe you can exchange the points and all that. Or any kind of club that you were thinking about, from 4 weeks ago, they can be a future club business. Okay? Then they might be very successful, and then you can create a market over there. You need to recruit your members as well. Okay? Sometimes, like marketing, some people will think this marketing is not so necessary. They also have their reason. Well, not everyone will go to the club. Some people might never feel the needs of joining the club, especially if you don't have the needs to social with people. You don't really need to go to the club. If you are going to, you say, okay, maybe you can go to the cheapest club like a gym for exercise. They probably will tell you, I can jog on the street. I don't need to go to a gym. Okay? So sometimes the club should be exclusive. Not so many people need to have it. Sometimes even the marketing plan would let the customer feel that the whole thing is like a spam. It's not for real. And join the membership is kind of like trouble. I don't know if I'm going to stay in Kaohsiung for another 3 years, 5 years. Why should I join the membership? Or I don't know if you are going to be bankrupt, as a club. If I join you and then something happens to you, do I have a lawsuit or what happened? I don't know. So a lot of people were like, oh, I don't want to join the club. I don't want to pay in advance and feel responsible or obligate to use a service. If I want to go to the gym, maybe I want to go to the gym that I pay every time I go. Or if I want to go grocery shopping, I can go to Carrefour. I don't have to really go to Costco. Okay, so those kind of things. Sometimes those kind of marketing plan would be like sounds very trouble for some customers. Sometimes the marketing plan, if you don't do it well, you don't use this 4P very well, it can also damage the club image and status, just like the case I mentioned about. You have 4 friends, but they all pay different price. Some pay up to one at 10,000, some can go for 6,000. Then it's damaged the club image. Like, are you a luxury club or you are a mediocre club? Or how do you like negotiate with the price? That's actually affect the image of that particular club. And we see the negative part for that already. Some of the clubs, they can maintain with a high price. So they can always identify themselves as luxury. Okay? But if you are going to do that, make sure your membership fee wouldn't change. And make sure that you have the same criteria choosing your members. I do see some clubs, they are very picky for choosing their members. In Taiwan, the top 3 professions that they would respect them for their social status, which I don't know why, but to me they are very different. One is the lawyer, another one is a medical doctor, the last one is accountant. 三是律师、医师、会计师. The accountant part I don't really understand, because there's other professions, they choose the term as, well, they think they are professional enough, and they are wealthy enough as well. But they explain that some of the clubs, they only send out the invitation with certain professions. They don't even go for the business people. Because business people, sometimes they can be rich, but they might not have very decent behavior, let me put it this way. Okay? So they want to make sure not just you are rich, but you are educated, and then your social status is high enough to come to a club. But you can also find some club they don't mind, as long as you can show the income level, and then probably you can apply for the club. After all, they are not a school. They are the business people. They also want to collect the membership from you and collect the membership fees from you. But they just want you to make sure that the membership fee you pay, they will also create a club image and status. So if you are the lawyer, maybe when you are choosing a club, you will choose this particular club instead of others. Okay? Remember, don't forget, the club also serves a very, very important function as a social event. There's a place that you interact with people at your level, and the club want to do that for you. Okay, so that's why we need to identify the club membership and try to do a good marketing strategy. All right, is it a time to take a break? I hear the noise. Yeah. Okay, let's take a 10-minute break, and when we come back, we'll discuss something else.